To make our way, and I will request that we remain standing for the anthems. We'll have the Uganda national anthem and the East African anthem, and thereafter I'll invite Blaise to come and lead us in a word of prayer. So may we, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing, and I will then now request that our team Thank you very much, Uganda Police Brass Band. Please remain standing. I'll invite Blaise to come and lead us in a word of prayer. Blaise, please.
Prions. Éternel Dieu Père Tout-Puissant, nous te disons merci pour ces moments merveilleux devant tout le monde. Vous nous avez encore donné la chance de réunir tous devant tous ces mondes que vous avez mis de différents pays et jusqu'ici, Seigneur. Nous laissons les débuts de ces cérémonies de commencer ensemble avec vous et que nous commençons jusqu'à la fin toujours par votre faveur et que nous le finissons par la force et aussi par des bonnes productions. Au nom puissant de Jésus-Christ, nous prions, nous disons Amen.
Please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. There is one common denominator, which is amen. So in case you didn't know we had concluded the prayer, you could say amen. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to this, the 22nd Africa Water and Sanitation Association International Congress and of course exhibition, this the 16th day of February 2025. Can we warmly clap for each other for being present at this 22nd Congress? We want to welcome you to the PAL. We want to welcome you to Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, we have quite a lengthy protocol, so allow me in a very special way run through this protocol, which will help set the stage for why we really are here before I invite us to watch this very short video. First, allow me recognize the presence of our third Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, the Right Honorable Nakadama. Thank you so much for joining us, Right Honorable. The Honorable Ministers who are present here, Your Excellencies, the various dignitaries present here, and permanent secretaries of the different water utility organizations, the AfWASA President and Congress host, the Iowa President, and your board, and of course AfWASA has a board and of course the executive team, plus the AAECIE board and the executive team. Your Excellencies, the ambassadors in this room, and your worships, the mayors who are present here, our heads of different government agencies that are present here, departments and agencies of government, our principal sponsors, Grand Force, who are here with us, our principal sponsors, MTN, and all the other sponsors, our host, the utility organization of the Republic of Uganda, the National Water and Sewerage Corporation, the board chairman and his board, and the entire executive of the National Water and Sewerage Corporation, the CEOs or the Director Generals of the African utility organizations, Your Excellencies, the delegates present here in the room, our exhibitor company NGC, we have our strategic partners, Right Honorable, our strategic partners who are here in the room. We have the World Bank, the African Development Bank, the Islamic Development Bank, AFD, the Gates Foundation, the GWSP, IWA itself, IHE Delft, and the Danish Embassy. We want to recognize all of you and thank you for being here with us amongst all the other development partners present. Our associations that are present in the room that include the professional women in water, and Right Honorable, we have the young water professionals all present here in the room. We want to welcome you. And finally, from a stakeholder who is usually forgotten, but I will not forget because I'm among the members of the Fourth Estate, the media. The media who've traveled from the entire continent and those representing Uganda, we want to welcome all of you. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PAL, welcome to Kampala, Uganda. I want to now introduce our Welcome Congress video.
We are the only two ladies that managed to push a wheelbarrow. It was one gentleman who helped us from a starting point, but this other kilometers, it was me and her. And it was a very, very good experience.
I want to welcome you, all of you, and wish you very fruitful meeting.
I think that we ought to forge a strong relationship with partners like that. And we need to work together with partners. And we need to look at what they're doing, how they're doing it. And we ought to learn from them.
Need to have to be a plan for reducing the deficit. If the product you are selling is not attractive, members will not be engaged. The commitment to the association will not be there. So you must be able to give products that members feel happy with.
We really want to develop and nurture new partnerships, new innovative partnerships.
Je ne veux pas avoir la prétention de prononcer le mot, mais il faut votre grande dignité, Monsieur le Président. Et heureusement, vous êtes toujours là. Je voudrais remercier les membres de l'Assemblée générale, instance suprême de l'association, et quelques feuilles législatives. We believe that together we'll be able to add value and change the course of the
If we cannot change the past, we can try to change the future.
A majority of her people still don't have access to water and sanitation services. As the African Water and Sanitation Association, marks the 22nd Congress and International Exhibition in Kampala, Uganda. The continental body declares a bold new future which envisages water and sanitation for all, for a secure Africa. The Africa Water and Sanitation Association Congress and International Exhibition recognize the water and sanitation sector in Africa is bedeviled by rapid urbanization, increasing demand for water and sanitation services, limited infrastructure development and maintenance, limited service coverage, climate change challenges in the midst of real-world problems like limited financing options, balancing affordability with infrastructure maintenance and expansion, non-revenue water, non-payment of bills and erratic climate changes. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 6 commits all countries to provide universal access to safe water and sanitation and acceptable levels of sanitation by 2030. The Congress and Exhibition recognizes these challenges and opportunities and will address them head-on. The Congress will provide a platform and multiple opportunities for utility leaders, water and sanitation experts to take a deep dive into the best and next practice in utility management, infrastructure development, innovative financing, non-revenue water and asset management, water quality, deeper stakeholder engagement, customer education, technology adoption, big data, and artificial intelligence. With over 3,000 delegates, 500 presentations, 80 sessions, this 22nd Congress and Exhibition will be the game changer for a vibrant and self-reliant water industry that supports clean water solutions and sanitation while sustainably using the environment. The Congress will bring to the forefront the good, practical, tested practices and experiences, new knowledge and innovation, collaborations and partnerships, solutions that will be key to accelerating access to safe water and sanitation for all in Africa. The host utility, National Water and Sewerage Corporation, welcomes all delegates to Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. National Water currently operates in 276 towns across 95 districts in the country with a target population of 20 million people. The corporation runs an ambitious water for all agenda through infrastructure development, innovative financing, operational efficiency, and sustainable environmental practices. Delegates are invited to enjoy Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, with its amazing exquisite flora and fauna. Uganda is a forever spectacle with its nature, parks, and the home of Lake Victoria, Africa's largest freshwater lake by area. The source of mighty River Nile, the mountains of the moon, the mountain gorillas. Uganda is also endowed with multitudes of other naturally picturesque landscapes. The warmth of her people are a wonder to reckon with. We welcome everyone from all corners of the world to this 22nd Africa Water and Sanitation Association International Congress and Exhibition 2025 in Kampala, Uganda.
Ladies and gentlemen, to whet your appetite at this, the opening of our 22nd Congress, ladies and gentlemen, Uganda's biggest entertainment group, the Ghetto Kids.
Billions of people around the world suffered from poor access to water, sanitation, and hygiene. Billions of people around the world suffered from poor access to water, sanitation, and hygiene. People trekking long distances. Billions of people around the world suffered from poor access to water, sanitation, and hygiene. Billions of people around the world suffered from poor access to water, sanitation, and hygiene. People trekking long distances to get water, especially women and children. Conflicts because of little water at water sources. Diseases because of unsafe water. Children dying from diarrhea infections caused by contaminated drinking water. What was needed was the National Water Storage Corporation, following an early study on the need for improvement of water and sanitation services in the large urban and rural centers of Uganda. Since 1972, the national water has helped in extensive clean water supply networks. Engineers working on water pipelines, improving sanitation by collecting and treating wastewater to meet environmental standards. Sanitation workers cleaning and communities learning hygiene practices by washing hands, drinking clean water, proper disposal of waste, cleaning and protecting water sources, saving lives of people. Let us all come together to provide clean and safe water for all in Africa and the world at large. Water and sanitation for all, a secure future for Africa.
Merci, merci, Ghetto Kids. Ladies and gentlemen, can we once again appreciate the Ghetto Kids? Our chief guest, there was one particular delegation that almost made their way to the floor because this is their music. They know themselves, the delegates who did bring to Africa this beautiful music. But ladies and gentlemen, what a way to whet your appetite, what a way to kickstart a conversation that the kids before us were highlighting the need to provide access to clean water for our children in our communities. And we want to appreciate the Ghetto Kids for bringing that to light in their performance. Allow me to take the singular honor and pleasure of inviting the Executive Director of AfWASA, Olivier Gosso, to come and make his remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Executive Director.
Thank you. Honorable Minister, I will speak in French, so you must take your... Rassurez-vous, hein, je sais également danser, mais je vais juste faire une intervention aujourd'hui. Honorable Madame la Vice-Première ministre, honorable ministre de l'eau et de l'environnement de l'Ouganda, honorable ministre des eaux et forêts de la Côte d'Ivoire, chers partenaires, chers membres, Monsieur le Président de l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement, honorable membre du comité de direction, Monsieur le Président de l'IWA, cher ami, Kala, directeur exécutif de l'IWA, chers partenaires, chers distingués invités, chers membres de la presse, mesdames et messieurs, c'est avec un enthousiasme mêlé de fierté et de conviction que je m'adresse à vous aujourd'hui pour vous présenter l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement, reconnue comme une référence incontestée en matière de gouvernance et d'innovation dans le domaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement sur notre continent. Créée en février 1980 sous l'appellation Union africaine des distributeurs d'eau, UADE, l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement a su évoluer avec audace et clairvoyance pour répondre aux défis croissants de notre époque. En 2004, lors du prestigieux congrès d'Accra au Ghana, l'association s'est réinventée sous le nom d'Association africaine de l'eau, AAE, intégrant avec pertinence les entités chargées de la régulation et de la gestion des actifs. Puis, lors du mémorable congrès d'Abidjan en 2023, demeurant fidèle à sa mission de promotion du développement durable, elle a adopté la domination actuelle en plaçant résolument l'assainissement au cœur de ses préoccupations. Fort de 45 années d'existence, l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement s'impose aujourd'hui comme le fer de lance de l'excellence dans la gestion de l'eau et de l'assainissement, opérant dans 43 pays africains et au-delà, et tissant des liens étroits avec des partenaires internationaux. De Washington à Paris, de Londres à Pékin, Ces réseaux d'excellence, articulés autour d'une gouvernance rigoureuse, de l'Assemblée générale au comité de direction, sans oublier le Congrès international et l'exposition qui nous réunit ce jour, ainsi que le Conseil stratégique et technologique, incarnent une synergie unique associant rigueur, innovation et partage des savoirs. Notre organisation ne se borne pas à soutenir les opérations de l'eau et de l'assainissement. Elle les propulse résolument vers l'avenir, en structurant l'Afrique en 5 régions et en fédérant un réseau composé de membres actifs, affiliés, individuels et donneurs. L'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement a instauré une dynamique vertueuse et collaborative qui constitue une véritable fierté pour notre continent. Avec environ 300 membres engagés à ce jour, nous sommes le reflet d'un réseau où l'expertise, l'expérience et passion se conjuguent pour transformer les défis en opportunités. Au cours de la dernière décennie, l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement a mobilisé auprès de ses partenaires techniques et financiers plus de 25 millions de dollars afin de soutenir des programmes de renforcement des capacités des acteurs africains du secteur, notamment dans la réduction de l'eau non facturée et la gestion de la qualité de l'eau, avec une contribution de 15 millions de dollars par l'USD. Par ailleurs, la Fondation Gate a investi plus de 8 millions de dollars pour améliorer la gestion de l'assainissement, tandis qu'une somme de 2 millions de dollars a été mobilisée auprès de partenaires divers tels que la Fondation Hinton, le gouvernement allemand, l'UNICEF, l'UNHABITAT, la BAD et même la Banque islamique de développement en faveur de formations variées. Il convient également de souligner qu'environ 2 millions de dollars ont été investis à ce jour dans des bourses de recherche, consolidant ainsi notre rôle de catalyseur de l'innovation dans le secteur. Au terme de ce parcours dont nous nous félicitons, plusieurs chantiers majeurs s'annoncent pour les 5 prochaines années. L'opérationnalisation de l'Académie africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement, ici en Ouganda, la mise en place d'un hub d'experts dédié à l'appui de nos membres, et plus largement des acteurs du secteur, ainsi que la décentralisation de nos centres d'opération par l'ouverture de bureaux régionaux. Je convie ainsi nos membres et partenaires à continuer de nous accorder leur confiance et à nous accompagner sur le chemin du succès pour bâtir un avenir sûr pour l'Afrique. Au cœur de notre action, un plan stratégique régulièrement actualisé oriente nos initiatives et programmes de renforcement des capacités. Nous nous positionnons en véritable architecte d'un futur où chaque goudou se mue en vecteur de progrès et chaque action en levier de développement durable. Donc, notre engagement en faveur du partage des savoirs, de la coopération en pair et de la valorisation des réseaux professionnels témoigne de notre ambition d'innover et d'inspirer. Aujourd'hui, je vous convie à rejoindre cette aventure d'excellence et de transformation, à devenir des acteurs incontournables d'un changement porteur d'espoir et de prospérité pour nos populations. Ensemble, cultivons l'innovation, consolidons nos compétences et œuvrons pour une gestion durable et exemplaire de l'eau et de l'assainissement en Afrique. Pour terminer, je vous remercie, je voudrais vous remercier de votre attention et de votre engagement. Continuons ensemble à écrire les pages d'un avenir plus radieux pour notre continent. Je vous remercie.
Merci. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Can we warmly receive the Executive Director's statement? and a commitment on behalf of AfWASA. And we now want to mention a couple of things just before I invite our host and president of AfWASA. That if you're joining us virtually, we want to welcome you for joining us for this 22nd Congress. We are streaming on all platforms, and you can find the link on all the National Water and Sewerage Corporation platforms. On social media, we are using the hashtag AfWASA UG 2025. Please do share, do let your colleagues and other friends know we are live, and share with them the live streams as we proceed. I now want to take the pleasure of inviting our Congress host and the AfWASA President, Engineer Dr. Silva Mugisha. Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, represented by the Third Right Honorable Prime Minister, honorable ministers here, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of National Water, I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to Uganda for the 22nd AfWASA Congress and Exhibition 2025. We want to thank the chief guest for honoring our invitation to officiate the Congress opening today. Our chief guest, the theme of the Congress is Water and Sanitation for All, a secure future for Africa. Related to the theme, the Congress would handle 6 tracks, that is integrated water resources management, water management, sanitation management, capacity development, communication and partnerships, governance and financing, research, technology, and innovation. The Congress will also offer opportunities to visit a massive exhibition showcasing modern technologies and innovations that are key inputs into furtherance of water and sanitation for all agenda. Honorable Minister, National Water and Sewerage Corporation has made significant steps to extend water and sewerage services to the citizens of Uganda. Some of the past, current, and projected performance measures are as follows. Honorable Minister, in the last 10 years, we have increased the number of towns we serve from 23 to 276 now, and we hope to increase this to 350 by 2030. The total water connections in the last 10 years have increased from 296,000 to 930,000, and we hope to bring this to 1.25 million in the next 5 years. The total water network has increased from 650 kilometers to 23,500 kilometers, and this will increase to at least 32,000 kilometers in the next 5 years. The people served have increased from 4.5 million. We now serve 19 million, and in the next 5 years we shall have reached 26 million. And this is in the urban centers and immediate neighborhood. The annual turnover has increased from US dollars 33 million to US dollars 170 million, and this will increase to 205 million in the next 5 years. The surplus before depreciation, we have increased. National Water is not a loss-making institution. We have increased our surplus before depreciation from 11 million US dollars to 39 million US dollars, and this will increase to 53 million US dollars. I must put a rider here, Right Honorable Prime Minister, that this is on accrual basis. The total assets under management have increased from 159 million. We are now talking of assets worth of 1,264 million, what other people would call 1.264 billion US dollars, and we hope to grow this to 1.7 billion US dollars in the next 5 years. Honorable Minister, some of the key success factors include government support, effective board management and staff, what you would want to call human capital, continuously adapting efficiency reforms, and then partnerships. And with these partnerships, they include development partners whom we work with very well, water and sanitation associations, including this AfWASA, International Water Association, and so on and so forth. Academic institutions, we work very closely with academic institutions, sister utilities, industrialists and suppliers, among others. On the side of AfWASA, now I'm talking as the AfWASA president. In our language, the president is the chairman of the board. The AfWASA Congress and Exhibition is yet another collaborative platform to foster capacity development and benchmarking. On behalf of the AfWASA board and management, Honorable Minister, Right Honorable Prime Minister, we want to thank you for honoring our call to register and attend the Congress. In the last 4 years, AfWASA has positioned itself to strengthen value proposition to its members through the new Strategic and Technological Council, STC, enhancing leadership, development, and change management through a recently established African Water and Sanitation Academy, AAECIE, which is going to be hosted here in Uganda, embracing a top leadership transition and a new business plan. On this note, I want to introduce Sylvain Usha. Is he here? Can you stand up for a big clap? Everybody who knows AfWASA knows Sylvain Usha. This man who was talking as the ED is a recent occurrence. Everybody knows that guy. So we want to thank you, and thank you very much. Thank you. I want to thank also the past presidents. Before I came, I see my very good colleague from Senegal. We want to thank you, and thank you very much for chairing the association very well. We are also giving more attention to sanitation. That is why originally this used to be AFWA, African Water Association. As we talk now, it is African Water and Sanitation Association. So more emphasis on sanitation. And we want to thank Melinda and Gates Foundation for focusing us on sanitation more. We are also going to consolidate and source more partnerships so that we can take the work of the association forward. A lot of work remains to be done to ensure that AfWASA enhances its relevance to members through improved value addition. Right Honorable Prime Minister, the service gap for water and sanitation to reach Sustainable Development Goal number 6 remains big, and AfWASA will continue to make a contribution towards closing this gap. Once again, allow me to thank all of you who are here for the various role plays you did towards a successful 22nd AfWASA Congress. Specifically, Right Honorable Prime Minister, I want to thank the government of Uganda under the able leadership of His Excellency the President, General Y.K. Museveni, for the good enabling environment that has enabled successful hosting of 3 AfWASA Congress in a space of 15 years. This is the third we are hosting. And I think we make a record on the continent. I don't think there's any country that has hosted 3 successful congresses. I can see this group here is trying to dispute what I've said. That is true. When we live here, you will tell me which other country has done that. I want to thank the Ministry of Water and Environment of Uganda for the political oversight and guidance in hosting successful AfWASA congresses in Uganda. Let's give them a big hand clap. To the board, management, and staff of National Water, thank you for the great inputs to AfWASA Congress preparation. Specifically, special thanks go to Congress Program Committee and the local organizing committee, coordinated by Engineer Johnson Amayo and Dr. Rose Kagwa and team. Can I ask Engineer Johnson Amayo and Dr. Rose Kagwa to stand up for recognition? These were technically at the forefront of all this, and they have done a great job. To the board and management of AfWASA, thank you for giving opportunity to National Water to host AfWASA Congress in Uganda. All of you, please, as you get busy into the technical discussions and dialogues during the next 3 or 4 days of the Congress, don't forget to take advantage of the hospitality that Uganda, the Power of Africa, presents for your own work-life balance. Don't die of work. When you feel you are tired, the hospitable Ugandans are there to make you enjoy this country. I want to thank you very much for God and my country. Thank you very much.
All right, so that hand clap was for the host. Can we now appreciate the president of AfWASA? Right, Honorable, and I also think sometimes the protocols of presidents don't allow them to say certain things. And I know he talked about the work-life balance, and he requested our delegates to at least test what we have. I just need to tell you, and if your neighbor doesn't know, please tell them, that Kampala has the world's #1 nightlife in the world. You can never get any nightlife anywhere in the world. Okay, Netherlands is on another level, but yeah. Now I see you're awake. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to know where to go, just talk to me later this evening. We'll have a conversation at the cocktail. Ladies and gentlemen, I now take the pleasure of inviting the Executive Director of the International Water Association, Professor Kala.
Right Honourable Deputy Prime Minister, Honourable Ministers, Ambassadors and Excellencies, the President of IWA, President of AfWASA, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, good afternoon to you all. Allow me to express my heartfelt gratitude to our co-organisers and host. As you just heard, my name is Carla Vairamuthi and I'm the Executive Director of the International Water Association. It gives me great pleasure to be here at the 22nd AfWASA conference and to be able to provide you with a short message on behalf of IWA. Firstly, congratulations to AfWASA on hosting this event. I am looking forward to the days ahead and can see that already this will be an outstanding conference. Thank you to the Republic of Uganda for welcoming us to your wonderful country. So thank you, Right Honourable Deputy Prime Minister. And thank you to my good friend of many years, the AfWASA President, Silva Mugishu, and to the AfWASA Executive Director, Oliver Gosso. Allow me also to express my heartfelt gratitude to our co-organisers and host, the National Water and Sewerage Corporation, NWSC. Under the visionary leadership of Silva Mugishu, who serves as the Managing Director, NWSC has transformed into one of the world's leading utilities, a shining example of Ugandan excellence on the global stage. A special thanks also goes to Dr. Rose Kagwa, your Congress coordinator and the esteemed Senior Vice President of IWA. Rose's dedication and leadership made it possible for us to hold our recent IWA Board of Directors meeting right here in Kampala just last week. As the Executive Director of IWA, I can attest that board meetings often come with their challenges, yet surrounded by the breathtaking beauty of Uganda and embraced by the unmatched hospitality of its people, the spirits of the IWA board were lifted, and our time together not only was productive, but truly joyous. Uganda's kindness, positivity, and vibrant energy rubbed off on us all. Personally, my connection to Uganda runs deep. During my tenure as a professor, particularly at AAECIE, I had the privilege of teaching many Ugandan students. And let me say that, and many of them actually are here today, let me say this without hesitation. Ugandan students consistently stood out as some of the brightest, most diligent and inspiring individuals I have ever encountered. So being back in Uganda fills me with immense pride and gratitude. As I stand here before you today, it is a great honor to be representing the International Water Association, the IWA. And I also know that this is also the case for my IWA President, Professor Hamad Kassan, and the IWA Board of Directors who are here in the audience. As our name suggests, we view the world from a truly global perspective. And from that vantage point, one thing is clear. Africa holds a place of immense significance, not just for IWA, but for the entire global water community. We are all aware of the challenges Africa faces, yet we must also recognize the extraordinary potential that lies ahead. Africa's future is bright, and its leadership in water and sanitation will shape the global dialogue in ways that are both inspiring and transformative. What happens here in the next few days matters beyond Africa's borders. It is this growing relevance that makes Africa such a vital part of the IWA family. And this is also why we are proud to work hand in hand with AfWASA. Our partnership with AfWASA has been one of mutual learning, sharing, and growth, including invaluable exchanges between our teams on how to strengthen and run associations effectively. I'm delighted to say that we are excited about the road ahead and remain committed to continuing this important cooperation with AfWASA. In particular, this will include contributing to the work of the African Water and Sanitation Academy, an inspiring initiative of AfWASA and hosted here in Uganda by NWSC. This vital academy holds the power to transform the water sector by building and strengthening workforce capacity across the continent. We are truly thrilled to be part of its promising future. Together, we envisage hosting an annual flagship event that will bring the brightest minds from around the globe to train and empower the next generation of African water leaders. For IWA, it would be an immense honor to partner with the African Water and Sanitation Academy on such an ambitious and transformative endeavor. This partnership embodies our shared vision for progress, innovation, and sustainable solutions in the water sector. I would like to highlight the significance of this gathering under the inspiring theme of the conference, Water and Sanitation for All, a secure future for Africa. This theme underscores a shared vision that unites us all, a future where every African has access to safe water and reliable sanitation. We at IWA understand the immense value of bringing brilliant minds together to exchange insights, experiences, and innovative solutions. What you will discuss and achieve this week has the potential to be truly transformative for Africa's water and sanitation future. Now, we recognize the urgency of action. We have to address the water and sanitation challenges in face of a rapidly changing climate and the pressures of rapid urbanization. Yet within these challenges lies tremendous opportunities, especially here in Africa, where many towns and cities and their critical infrastructure are still being developed. Sanitation is a prime example. While the needs are vast, the opportunities for innovation are even greater. And we can forge a different path. The path is one of decentralized circular approaches, reusing water multiple times, recovering value from our waste streams, and embracing off-grid solutions tailored to diverse settings. This transition demands bold leadership and unparalleled innovation. And I see that that leadership is right here in Africa. Innovative, frugal solutions are emerging, smart, sophisticated, and pragmatic, designed to thrive where cost efficiency is essential. We're becoming agnostic about technology, with solutions being customized and different for informal settlements compared to middle-income and high-income communities, but all delivering the same outcome, safe and sustainable sanitation for all. I have no doubt that this week's event here in Kampala will propel the water and sanitation agenda forward across Africa, laying a strong foundation for the success of future AfWASA events. But remember, your progress is the world's progress. The lessons you learn and the innovations you develop have global significance. IWA stands ready to support you, fostering connections and collaborations to make our shared vision a reality. I wish you all a productive, inspiring, and successful conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Kala. Ladies and gentlemen, dear delegates, as you may be aware, it's very difficult to put together a congress such as this without friends, and these usually are our sponsors and partners. I want to take the honor of inviting our principal sponsor, Grand Force, to come and make their remarks. Anis and David, please come as we run this very short video, please.
Access to clean water is so scarce that some scrape rainwater from the ground.
Quand je vois les gens en train de prendre l'eau qui est polluée, ça fait vraiment mal au cœur. Ça fait vraiment mal au cœur.
Working for an NGO, Cynthia travels the country seeking aquifers that can be drilled.
Généralement, dans toutes les régions du Burundi, nous avons de bons aquifères. Nos études montrent que nous pouvons fournir à chaque personne 115 litres d'eau par jour en utilisant le minimum des réserves d'eau souterraines.
Powered by solar energy, each well can and does transform lives.
Ntibajye kugwaragurika ya ndwara ya korera iva ku isuku rike canke ku mazi mabi. Ijya ndayibaza tubagiye gusezerera muri quartier yacu.
C'est vraiment touchant, c'est vraiment touchant. Donc ça me donne beaucoup d'énergie et beaucoup de force pour travailler dans le forage.
Imagine a world where water is abundant, where society is resilient, where access is a right, not a privilege. In a world marked by inequality and adversity, we must act together for the underserved, for our planet, for our future, for those whose lives depend on it, for all of us. Right Honourable the Third Deputy Prime Minister, Honourable Ministers, Ambassadors, Permanent Secretaries, the President of the AfWASA and IWA, and the AfWASA Board, all protocols observed, our hosts, National Water, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with a great sense of urgency and obligation that Grundfos gratefully accepted the opportunity to sponsor this very important event. We, as a sector, are fighting what is currently a losing battle. Despite the significant achievements, which Dr. Silva has highlighted some of, for the past 10 years, we have not had a net positive effect on water and sanitation access. By 2050, the number of people experiencing water scarcity is likely to double, to reach 4 billion people. There will be 7 megacities in Africa, and 1 in 4 people in the world is projected to be on the African continent. And considering current geopolitical trends, rising to the challenge before us requires extraordinary measures, self-sufficiency and innovations. The root cause of the challenge is that water is complex. Unlike solar power, providing clean water and sanitation is more challenging. Delivering water and sanitation requires partnerships and expertise from across the sector. Projects need to be developed for the specific local context, affecting the speed at which progress can be made. One of the most critical ingredients to driving water access is, of course, financing, which I think we can all agree there currently isn't enough of to address the challenge, using the traditional approaches. And the private sector can and has played a role in investing in water infrastructure. But there is a lot of work to do before this becomes viable, not least of all to build trust. We also need to recognize the true value of water. This doesn't only mean establishing affordable tariff frameworks that protect vulnerable communities and ensuring viable operations. It also means valuing the savings that water brings through reduction in health costs, the contribution water makes to job creation, and improvements it makes to school attendance and performance, creating a brighter future. It means valuing water as a finite resource that we must protect and respect. So now I've given you, hopefully, a sense of the gravity, which I think we can all agree, of the situation. David, why don't you give us some good news?
Yes, we do have some good news on this. The good news is that technology actually exists, and there are beacons of light where innovative thinking has solved the problem through innovative partnerships. Our hope for this conference is that we share these learnings and experiences that will give us this scale and momentum to take water access and sanitation from being just an SDG goal to a reality. Through our experiences across Africa, which dates back to 1962, the most critical ingredient to solving this challenge is actually partnerships. It requires that we all go beyond the traditional approaches to solving water and sanitation. It requires that we actually contribute with our strengths. As a foundation-owned company, Grundfos aims to do just that. We are not just a technology solutions provider. We are a sustainability partner that builds capabilities, that invests in local economies, and that supports local businesses and solutions. Therefore, we look forward to this event being a forum where partnerships will form or develop, and where we will challenge each other to be innovative in how we solve the water and sanitation access challenge. We thank you, our hosts, the National Water and Sanitation of Uganda and AfWASA, for making this possible. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that surely isn't enough. Can we give them another big round of applause? Our principal sponsor and all the other sponsors who are here in the room. At an opportune time, I will recognize all of you, but may I request that we turn to the screen and view a message from the Executive Director of the United Nations Human Settlements Program, UN Habitat, and the United Nations Under Secretary General, Ana Claudia Centeno.
Honorable ministers, honorable mayors, friends, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. Warm greetings from Brazil. It's an honor to address you at the 22nd African Water and Sanitation Association International Congress and Exhibition. While I regret being unable to join you in person, I extend my deep appreciation to all gathered under the theme Water and Sanitation for All, a Secure Future for Africa. Your presence today underscores a shared commitment to tackling some of the most pressing challenges of our time. Access to clean water and adequate sanitation transforms lives. It enables children to stay healthy and pursue education. It empowers men and women to participate fully in economic and social life. It lays a foundation for dignity and opportunity where no one is left behind. Yet, across the continent, 418 million people remain without basic drinking water and 779 million without sanitation. This is closely linked with the global housing crisis, affecting almost 3 billion people, including more than 1 billion people living in informal settlements and slums, often lacking water and sanitation services. The Sustainable Development Goals recognize the urgency of addressing gaps in water and sanitation for human well-being. Through SDG 11, World did commit to ensure access for all to adequate, safe, and affordable housing and basic services, including water and sanitation, and upgrade slums by 2030. Further, SDG 6 compels us to ensure sustainable water and sanitation for all. Achieving these commitments demands urgent action. The Pact for the Future, adopted at the Summit of the Future on the 22nd of September 2024, emphasizes the importance of preventing water scarcity and building resilience to drought. Member states have pledged to translate these commitments into reality. As the Executive Director of UN Habitat, I have witnessed firsthand Africa's resilience and innovation. One of my first engagements in this role was at the African Urban Forum last year, where interactions with many of you deepened my understanding of the needs and priorities of African countries. However, solutions require more than expertise and dialogue. They demand leadership, vision, and cross-sectoral collaboration. Political will, institutional efficiency, and local solutions are key to achieving sustainable progress. Leadership is crucial to ensuring that water and sanitation are fundamental human rights. Africa's rapid urbanization demands integrating these priorities into national development plans. As decision makers, you shape policies and investments that leave no one behind. Strong institutions form the backbone of sustainable urban development. Through initiatives such as the UN Habitat's Global Water Operators Partnership Alliance, GEOPA, we have seen the impact of collaboration and knowledge sharing among service providers, cities, and regions. Strengthening institutional capacity ensures that people get affordable, reliable, and inclusive services. Community engagement needs to be central. The people we serve need to be active participants in shaping solutions. Local knowledge and ownership are essential for interventions to be effective and lasting. Basic services are the precondition for dignified housing, proper land use, and livable neighborhoods. Without equitable service delivery, urban sprawl and informal settlements will persist. To address these challenges, we need integrated strategies. This Congress is a call for action. Together, we can ensure that every household has clean water, every family has dignified sanitation, and every individual has the opportunity for a brighter future. Addressing the global housing crisis is an essential means of responding to the imperative of making water and sanitation available to all. UN Habitat stands with you, committed to this mission. Let us move forward, united, driven by purpose, and committed to achieving SDG 6.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I want to now invite our keynote speaker, who will be speaking to us tonight, and he will be catalyzing our conversation on achieving SDG 6 in Africa. What policy and governance do we need? Our keynote speaker is the director of the Pan-African University Institute of Water and Energy Sciences, including climate change. He also is a physicist by training and holds a doctorate in renewable energy and a magister in energetic physics from the University of Tlemcen, Algeria. After completing his postdoctoral research in France in 2005, he worked as a senior engineer in solar cell technology with companies and startups in Germany and the USA. Returning to academia in 2008, he led international research programs. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Professor Abdel Latif Zalga.
Maybe someone can help me. Huh? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. Good. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, Excellency, Honorable Head of Government. So, the ministers, the directors, professors, researchers, socio-economic partners, so all AfWASA family members and all protocol observed in this room, good afternoon. So I'm coming back from far. I spent more than 24 hours to come to this beautiful place in Africa. So thank you, Excellency, for your hospitality, and thank you for hosting us. So it's my pleasure also to join my colleagues at the 22nd African Water and Sanitation Association International Congress and Exhibition. And I think it's one of the biggest events that has been launched a few decades ago, and it's really very well sustained. So congratulations for AfWASA and for their efforts that they are doing in order to improve the access to water and better management also of sanitation in Africa. So, my colleague, the head of UN Habitat, so just talk about SDG 6. I will not repeat myself again, but just to let you know, we have the SDGs and we have also the Agenda 2063. Agenda 2063 is the agenda of African Union. Okay, so let's see together the implementation level of SDG 6 today in the world. So I like this map because it's sharing so many informations with us. So we can see that only one country achieved the SDG 6 in the world. And for Europe, for US, Brazil, Australia, so the challenges remain. In Africa, we have some countries in orange, with significant challenges remain. That means that they already implemented the basic required by SDG 6 in the north and also in the south. But unfortunately for all center, east and west, so still major challenges remain. Okay, so in terms of state of art for water security in Africa, so I think my colleagues shared the statistics. 1 in 3 Africans face water scarcity, and over 400 million lack basic drinking water services. So what are the main challenges facing us? The rapid urbanization in Africa, one of the biggest challenges today. The climate change and the population growth. And the population growth, there is very difficult also phenomena between the rural and the cities. And most of people are moving also from rural to the big cities, which will make the matrix very, very complex. So in terms of effort and successful initiatives, I think all African member states, without any exception, provided too many efforts. But just some experiences. So it took my attention. The reforms in South Africa by integrating water resource management as aim to improve water security and sustainability. And the other example is in Rwanda. So this Rwanda's model, decentralized water management model, empowers communities to manage their own water resources. In terms of innovation, so Ethiopia's community-led sanitation programs promote hygiene and sanitation through local involvement, and Kenya, which use smart water technologies. So, in terms of policy and governance, the current models, two, very common, very popular, the integrated water resource management, and the second one, decentralization shifting. But in terms of challenges, weak institutional capacities, policy fragmentation, and limited stakeholder engagements. So, in terms of trend and policies shaping the future in the world, so the emerging trends, climate resilient water, digital innovations, and public-private partnerships. In terms of policies, what do we need? Strengthening water governance institutions, promoting transboundary water cooperation, ensuring sustainable financing mechanisms, and incorporating gender and social inclusion in water policies. So the call to action is the same as said my colleagues, Professor Osma. So policy reforms that update laws and regulations to promote sustainable water use, regional cooperation, strengthen the partnerships to address transboundary water challenges, and resource mobilization, increase investment in water infrastructures and technology, human capital, research, and innovation. So I will finish my presentation by underlying the human capital. That's what is required today in terms of building capacities. And you can see the map of Africa, you can see the map of Africa with the 5 regions, and this is the map of the Pan-African University from where I'm coming. So we are managing the hub in North Africa for energy, water, and climate change, but we have a hub in Central Africa for social science and governance in Cameroon, basic science, technology, innovation in Kenya, and in West Africa, in Nigeria, for life and earth sciences. So, and the 5th one will be launched in South Africa for space sciences. What is making this university different from the others? The university is the flagship program of African Union for nurturing the quality and exemplifying the excellence. It's one of the biggest programs today of mobility in Africa. So at our institute in North Part, we have water, energy, climate change. The key thematic partner is Germany, and this year we are lucky because also the African Bank of Development joined the program, and the cooperation is on 5 years. So we will equip also the institute by the Pan-African Hub for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So 6 master programs, 45 member states represented today. All programs are developed by reverse engineering, so that means we are discussing with the main recruiter in the world, and we are identifying the profile, and we are building the programs based on the profile required today in labor market. And we succeeded to get also, 4 international awards. So just to finish with this slide, as we are in Uganda, so I would like to congratulate the government of Uganda for giving most of our students the chance to be employed. So they reach in Uganda the employability of 31 students graduated from our institute, with 15 in water engineering and water policy. And the employability rate is about 95%. Thank you also again. And I'm coming also with my colleague, Professor Sherifa Al-Baqi, yes, who is there. And we will be more than happy to meet all of you and to discuss together. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we once again appreciate Professor? Thank you very much, Professor. I'm honestly glad that you've set the stage for what will be an exciting conversation. For some, it started today, earlier today, and for most of us, starting tomorrow morning, when we'll be delving into the challenges therein and how we can overcome the challenges to address the current barriers we have to access to water for our communities. So thank you so much, Professor. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming close to the end. I now want to take the singular honor of inviting, on behalf of the Ministry of Water and Environment, our Permanent Secretary, Alfredo Kotokidi, to take to the stage and make his remarks, and thereafter he'll invite our chief guest to address us. You're most welcome, sir. Can we welcome him, ladies and gentlemen?
His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, represented by the 3rd Deputy Prime Minister, Right Honorable Rukia Isanga Nakadama, Your Excellencies, the High Commissioners and Ambassadors, the Ministers, Members of Parliament, AfWASA President and Board Members, International Water Association President and the Board Members here present, our development and bilateral partners, the National Water and Sewage Corporation Board Chair and your members, together with the senior management, distinguished Congress delegates, exhibitors, the media, ladies and gentlemen. I bring apologies from the Honorable Minister of Water and Environment, Honorable Sam Cheptoris, who is unable to be with us. His desire was to be with us, but unfortunately, is not able to be with us physically, but is with us in spirit. Before I go, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Minister for Water and Forests from Côte d'Ivoire. I would request him to come and say hello briefly to the members.
Alors, honorable Madame la vice-première ministre, honorable ministre de l'eau et de l'environnement, Monsieur le Président de l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement, Mesdames et Messieurs experts et partenaires du secteur de l'eau et de l'assainissement, honorables invités, Mesdames et Messieurs, c'est avec le plus grand honneur que je prends la parole au nom de la République de Côte d'Ivoire à cette 22e édition du Congrès international et d'exposition de l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement. La Côte d'Ivoire est heureuse de participer à cet événement rassemblant un nombre considérable d'experts et de professionnels venus de tous les continents. Je souhaite exprimer avec la plus grande déférence les remerciements chaleureux de son Excellence M. Alassane Ouattara, président de la République de Côte d'Ivoire, à son Excellence M. le Président de la République d'Ouganda. Il est confirmé que 30% de nos concitoyens n'ont pas un accès universel à l'eau et à l'assainissement. Face à ces enjeux essentiels, nous admirons l'engagement inébranlable de son Excellence Monsieur le Président de la République d'Ouganda en faveur de la lutte contre cette vulnérabilité au profit de nos populations. Je tiens également à adresser mes sincères remerciements aux organisateurs pour l'accueil exemplaire réservé à la délégation ivoirienne. Il y a 2 ans, lors du congrès précédent, les ministres en charge des questions d'eau et d'assainissement avaient adopté la déclaration d'Abidjan, document fondateur visant à instaurer une gestion durable des ressources en eau et à garantir un accès équitable à l'eau potable et à l'assainissement. Ce texte invitait les communautés internationales à considérer l'accès à l'eau et à l'assainissement comme un droit indivisible et fondamental. Garantir la disponibilité des ressources en eau, tant en quantité qu'en qualité. Instaurer un mécanisme de financement pérenne pour le développement des services d'eau et d'assainissement. Par ailleurs, il avait été envisagé de créer une plateforme ministérielle de coordination destinée à mutualiser les efforts et à assurer un suivi rigoureux des engagements, d'autant plus que 30% des populations en Afrique continuent de faire face à un déficit en matière d'accès à des services d'eau potable et de l'assainissement. Cette 22e édition, qui se tient en Ouganda, offre une opportunité renouvelée aux décideurs politiques, experts, techniciens et partenaires de se rassembler afin d'échanger sur les meilleures pratiques et surtout de co-construire des solutions en adéquation avec les réalités locales. Le thème de cette édition, l'eau et l'assainissement pour tous, un avenir sûr pour l'Afrique, mettra en exergue, d'une part, les innovations et collaborations indispensables entre les acteurs et d'autre part, les solutions de financement novatrices susceptibles de réduire de 50% le déficit d'accès à ces services essentiels d'ici à l'an 2030. La Côte d'Ivoire, mon pays, participe activement à cet événement en déployant une délégation d'experts et de professionnels œuvrant dans les domaines des ressources en eau, de l'eau potable, de l'hygiène et de l'assainissement. Mon pays est aussi animé par la volonté de partager ses expériences et d'enrichir ses connaissances au contact de ses homologues venus des 4 coins du monde et participer particulièrement du continent africain. Nous nourrissons l'espoir que ce congrès ne se limite pas à une simple rencontre destinée à identifier des solutions, mais qu'il s'affirme véritablement comme une réponse concrète aux défis auxquels le secteur de l'eau et de l'assainissement est confronté en Afrique. Je voudrais insister auprès des organisateurs pour dire que le défi que nous devons relever est certes un défi de mise en place du mécanisme de financement, mais que nous ne devons pas oublier que l'eau et l'assainissement sont des secteurs socio-vitaux pour nos pays. Mais étant un secteur vital pour nos pays, l'eau et l'assainissement ne sont pas des endroits où on fait des profits. Par voie de conséquence, ce n'est pas les secteurs qui sont privilégiés par le privé. C'est pourquoi nous qui sommes les décideurs, nous donnons les encouragements et les appuis à l'association pour qu'elle puisse suffisamment attirer le secteur privé dans ce milieu, de manière à rendre disponibles des financements novateurs pour nous permettre d'aborder ces vrais problèmes qui pourront demain permettre à nos pays de pouvoir mettre en œuvre des politiques hardies, des politiques concrètes pour pouvoir traiter les problèmes de l'eau et de l'assainissement. Voyez-vous, Madame la vice-première ministre, en Ouganda, vous allez investir 90 milliards de francs CFA, mais ce ne sera pas vu. Mais un autre secteur va investir 2 milliards, ça sera vu, on l'applaudira. C'est pour cela que nous devons suffisamment développer la communication autour de ce que nous faisons, de manière à faire savoir et à rendre lisible ce que nous faisons auprès des populations, pour que ces populations sentent comment les gouvernants souffrent pour mobiliser des ressources, pour mettre à leur disposition l'eau, pour assurer les problèmes de leur assainissement. C'est pourquoi nous devons lutter contre le gaspillage. Nous sommes tous dans cet hôtel. On nous a mis en place dans nos chambres des verres d'eau. C'est pour qu'on puisse se brosser avec, qu'on puisse se brosser les dents avec. Mais on laisse ces verres, mais on ouvre les robinets en plein lorsqu'on se brosse en chantant et en sifflant. Je voudrais demander à l'association, à l'AEA, de travailler à mobiliser non seulement des financements pour le développement de ce secteur, mais à travailler aussi pour l'encouragement pour les équipementiers qui ont droit à faire énormément d'efforts pour moderniser les équipements, mais à lutter contre le gaspillage. Je vous remercie.
Yes, thank you. We have to use the middle portion. The Ghetto Kids have done justice to the stage. Thank you, Honorable Minister for Water and Forests from Côte d'Ivoire. Now, let me deliver the message from Honorable Sam Cheptoris. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to the 22nd AfWASA 2025 Congress. I extend a particular warm welcome to our esteemed delegates from beyond Uganda's borders. I hope you'll find the discussions enriching. Please enjoy your stay in our beautiful country. Right Honorable Third Deputy Prime Minister, we are deeply honored by your presence today. Your commitment to officiate over this Congress, despite your very busy schedule, is a clear testament to the priority our government places on water and sanitation sector. We are immensely grateful for your support. This year's Congress is convened under the theme, Water and Sanitation for All, a secure future for Africa. It brings together a diverse group of key stakeholders, including water and sanitation experts, development partners, researchers, policymakers, scientists, technocrats, manufacturers, consultants, and decision makers. Together, we aim to explore international best practices, emerging trends, and innovative solutions to enhance water supply and sanitation across Africa and beyond. Right Honorable Third Deputy Prime Minister, we are proud to host over 300 local, regional, and international exhibitors who have come to showcase state-of-the-art equipment and technological advancements in water and sanitation sector. I extend my sincere gratitude to our AfWASA board and executive for entrusting Uganda with hosting this very prestigious event. This is a clear endorsement of the confidence placed in our government's policies and commitment to water and sanitation management. In a very special way, I'd like to commend the National Water and Sewage Corporation for their efforts in making this Congress a success. Right Honorable Third Deputy Prime Minister, the 22nd AfWASA Congress comes at a crucial time as Africa continues to grapple with numerous water and sanitation challenges. Many countries, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa, remain far from achieving Sustainable Development Goal number 6 by 2030. As we all know, global natural resources, environment management, climate change, mitigation, sustainable land and water use are central for human survival. With rapid population growth, the responsible management of these resources has never been more urgent. Recognizing these realities, the government of Uganda implemented specialized program under the National Development Plan 3 and now 4, solely focusing on natural resources, environment conservation, climate change, land and water management. This initiative aims to curb environmental degradation, mitigate climate change effects, and promote sustainable use of natural resources for economic growth. Right Honorable Third Deputy Prime Minister, we have made notable progress in reversing wetland degradation, restoring approximately 445 square kilometers of wetlands. Additionally, the government banned the wasteful production of charcoal in northern Uganda as a crucial step in reducing deforestation in that region. Our ministry, in collaboration with the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, is working on alternative energy solutions for cooking to further protect our dear forests. The effects of climate change, delegates, continue to challenge our communities, manifesting in extreme weather events such as floods, landslides, and droughts, with dire consequences, including loss of lives. In response, Uganda has enacted the National Climate Change Act and developed regulations to operationalize it. Furthermore, we have expanded our network of automatic weather stations to cover over 298 districts, representing 77% of the country now has national weather forecasting facilities with accuracy at 77%. Given the global financial constraints affecting water and sanitation sector, it is imperative that we focus on innovation and cheaper homegrown solutions to maximize the efficiency with limited resources. Over the past 5 years, funding for the sector has declined. Therefore, it is crucial to ensure that existing resources are strategically allocated to yield the greatest impact, that is, achieving more with less. Right Honorable, I would like to thank His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and the entire government for the steadfast recognition of access to drinking water and sanitation as a fundamental human right. We appreciate government's continued prioritization of the sector as a driver and a catalyst for sustainable development. Indeed, Uganda has made strides in expanding water and sanitation services nationwide. Today, 72.8% have access to safe water, while in the national water service areas, 81% is covered. However, national access to improved sanitation stands at a paltry 47%, though the basic hygiene services is at over 80%. The sanitation statistics underscore the need for continued investment and innovations to meet our SDG targets. Right Honorable Prime Minister, the objective of this Congress aligns well with Uganda's policy priorities, particularly in fostering knowledge, exchange, and benchmarking best practices in water and sanitation management. I'm confident the insights generated here will propel us towards achieving universal access to clean water and sanitation in Africa. Finally, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our sponsors, the development partners, and stakeholders who have played a vital role in organizing this Congress. Special appreciation goes to the National Water and Sewage Corporation, Chairman of the board, together with the members, the MD with your leadership and staff, the AfWASA executive, AfWASA secretariat, and the local organizing committee for their dedication and hard work. With these very many words, it is now my profound honor to invite the Right Honorable Third Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Rukia Isanga-Nakadamba, to address the Congress and officially open this landmark event. Thank you for God and my country.
Thank you. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Honorable Ministers present, especially our Honorable Minister from Côte d'Ivoire. We thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to be with us here. Honorable members of Parliament present, Excellencies the ambassadors, the President and board members of AfWASA, the International Water Association President and the board members present, development partners and bilateral partners, National Water Corporation Board, senior management present, distinguished Congress delegates, protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm called Nakadama Rokia Isanga, and I'm the third Deputy Prime Minister and Minister without Portfolio of the Republic of Uganda. I'm here to represent His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, who is not with you here physically, but spiritually he's with you. Because of other state duties, he has not been able to be with us here, but he has sent you greetings. And this is his speech. On behalf of the people of Uganda, I would like to welcome you all to the 22nd African Water and Sanitation Association International Congress and Exhibition 2025 AfWASA 2025, organized under the theme Water and Sanitation for All, a secure future for Africa. Uganda is proud to host this important event for the third time. I commend the Ministry of Water and Environment and National Water and Sewerage Corporation for spearheading the preparation process for the 22nd Africa Water and Sanitation Association International Congress and Exhibition 2025. This occasion is an opportunity to reflect on the significance of water and sanitation in triggering socio-economic transformation and to come up with innovative strategies for sustainable delivery of water and sanitation services. The Congress will no doubt generate debate on how to strategically plan and harness the potential of water and sanitation needs in Africa. Africa is not resource constrained. In terms of water resources, Africa has 5 major rivers traversing and providing water to our vast landscape of 30.3 million square kilometers. Not very far from here, we have the mighty River Nile, which is the longest river in Africa. Please take some time off to go and visit the source in Jinja. It's just 80 kilometers from where we are. The other major rivers are Congo River in Central Africa, River Niger in West Africa, Orange River and Zambezi River in Southern Africa. Unfortunately, Africa is currently experiencing erratic changes in rainfall and weather patterns. This has led to water shortages that have impacted hydropower, water supply, and the quality of life for our people. The utility managers and other key sector players must devise innovative approaches to deal with climate vulnerability of our people and ensure sustainable use of finite water resources amidst emerging climate change challenges. Currently, the African population stands at 1.3 billion, which is equivalent to 18% of the total global population. This translates into an annual growth rate of 2.33%. It is estimated that 30% of the African population, that is 440 million people, do not have access to clean water, while 52.3%, that's 779 million, lack basic sanitation services. These daunting figures must be matched with the provision of water and sanitation services in changing African environment. We need to ask ourselves the following questions. What must we do differently to close water and sanitation service delivery gaps in Africa? How can we collectively harness opportunities presented by the water sources to accelerate our socio-economic transformation? And 3, how do we ensure that arid areas which suffer from extreme scarcity can receive from those with abundant resources through equitable use of transboundary water resources? AfWASA members must devise homegrown solutions to address African water sanitation challenges. This calls for continuous research and development. It is against this background that the Cabinet of Uganda approved the hosting and operationalization of the African Water and Sanitation Academy. That is, yes, it was approved by the Academy approved. In this regard, I would like to applaud and thank AfWASA for choosing Uganda as the host for this academy. It is now my singular honor to declare the 22nd Africa Water and Sanitation Association International Congress and Exhibition, AfWASA-IC 2025 open. I wish you all thank you. I wish you all fruitful deliberations for the good of our people. I thank you for God and my country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please warmly receive the Right Honorable's speech. Right Honorable, we shall request humbly, Right Honorable, that you will cross on this other side. We are now going to launch, and I'll invite the AfWASA President and the AfWASA Executive Director to join you. And we're now going to launch the African Water and Sanitation Academy. You will be escorted by the Honorable Ministers and of course our PS to witness this official launch of the African Water and Sanitation Academy. On this other side, Right Honorable, yes, it's a digital launch. I'll ask the technical team to make sure we start with the other one first. So, DVI, can we start with the first one? Let's start with AWASA. We'll start with AWASA. Let's have AWASA first. All right, Right Honorable, it's digital. You're going to officially sign our part that will officially signify the launch. And now the AfWASA President, yes, would like... All right, so we'll have the Right Honorable Prime Minister after the AfWASA president. Please go ahead. There you go. So we'll have, there you are. The signature will appear. And since this is a very digital conference, I'm reminding you, please download the WUVA app. That's where we have all the Congress agenda, and you will receive all the content. Thank you very much. AfWASA President, round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And then our Prime Minister will do the same, and then I'll invite the Executive Director of AfWASA to also do the same, all right? So, Right Honorable, there you go. Yes. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. AfWASA ED, there you go. So this is the launch of the African Water and Sanitation Academy and Global Sanitation Graduate School. So that's the first phase. So we'll now move to the Global Sanitation Graduate School, East and Southern Africa. I want to invite our National Water and Sewerage Corporation Executive Director and Managing Director, Dr. Engineer Silva Mugisha. He'll then we also want to invite Delft, AAECIE Delft, please come. The rector will join them at the front, and of course we'll invite the Prime Minister sign last, which will be to officially commission this. So yes, our rector, please, Professor Eddie Moores. Professor, yes. And then the Right Honourable Prime Minister will do the honours. Thank you very much, Professor. And now the Right Honourable, please come. And you will have the last signature to signify the launch of the Global Sanitation Graduate School, East and Southern Africa Regional Hub by our Right Honourable. Can we appreciate the Right Honourable Prime Minister? And since we're already here, we'll go in the center and have a group photo there. So we'll go to the center, Right Honourable. I'll ask AfWASA President, and we can go to the middle and have the very first photo. The other photos will be taking place very shortly. As these photos are being taken, I want to request our police brass band, please stand by for the anthems in reverse order. Just after this, photographers, please guide. So we will, after this photo, have our vote of thanks. So please do stay with us. But I'm alerting our police brass band to stand by after the vote of thanks. And then I will invite our delegates to join us for a cocktail. So I want to appreciate. Thank you, Right Honourable. Thank you so much. If you could take your seats. Can we appreciate the Right Honourable Prime Minister? Please take your seats, and it's now my singular honor and pleasure to invite the National Water and Sewerage Corporation Board Chairperson to come and make a vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Board Chair, Engineer Dr. Badru Chigundu.
The Chief Guest, Right Honourable Third Deputy Prime Minister, representing the President of the Republic of Uganda, Honourable Ministers, Your Excellencies, the Ambassadors of the Diplomatic Corps, the AfWASA President, and your board members, IWA Executive Director, and your board members, all protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor for me to move a vote of thanks at this inaugural session of the 22nd AfWASA International Congress and Exhibition 2025. First and foremost, I want to thank the Almighty God for the opportunity He has given us all to participate in this week-long program where we will be brainstorming on issues related to water and sanitation, which subject directly touches on human lives, among others. The chief guest, allow me on behalf of the board and management of National Water and Sewage Corporation, which is the host utility, to thank you for gracing this occasion on behalf of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibuhaburwa. The National Water and Sewage Corporation Board Management express our heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency, the President, for his visionary leadership, which has fostered peace and stability, laying a solid foundation for growth in essential sectors such as water and sanitation. We do acknowledge his special support to the corporation that has made us what we are today. The chief guest, your presence in this event, which brings together all water and sanitation sector players, underscores the Uganda government's commitment to improving water and sanitation services, fostering regional collaboration, advancing sustainable development and social economic transformation. I wish to appreciate the political and civic leaders present from both within and outside Uganda for their critical roles in advancing the water and sanitation cause by putting in place legislation, policies, and appropriate implementation frameworks. I recognize all the delegates from across the African continent and beyond. Your diverse expertise and background will certainly help in fostering collaborative problem solving and innovation that is much needed to speak to the Congress theme of water and sanitation for all, a secure future for Africa. In a special way, I applaud AfWASA Executive Board and AfWASA Secretariat for bringing the 22nd AfWASA International Congress and Exhibition 2025 to Uganda, and choosing Uganda to host the just concluded Africa Water and Sanitation Academy, and an institution that will sharpen the African utility leaders' skills. The chief guest, I wish to give special thanks to all sponsors, strategic partners, session conveners, and other sponsors who contributed in kind. In the interest of time, I request these eminent personalities to stand up for recognition. The chief guest, if you do not mind, I would like to single out some of the following establishments who supported us in exceptional ways. Sponsors, one, sponsorship, principal sponsorship category of USD 70,000 by Mrs. Grandforce. Platinum category, that is sponsoring $50,000, MTN Uganda Limited. Gold sponsorship, USD 25,000, Sogea Saturn, Starbucks International, and Junaco. Silver sponsorship, USD 15,000, JICA, Plant-Based Zongaho Overseas. Zongaho Overseas. Now, other sponsors and others who may want to be acknowledged the same way. please, you can come up. The chairman's pocket is empty. Strategic partners, African Development Bank, World Bank, that is AFD, and many others, local and foreign partners, also worth recognizing. Session conveners, I thank to close the 40 session conveners. And I think that brings me to the end of the vote of thanks. May God reward all of you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we appreciate the chairman of the National Water and Sewage Board? All right, we have come to the end of the opening ceremony. Just a couple of announcements as I ask the police brass band to stand by. One is that there is a cocktail shortly, but my humble request to make sure you're back by 8:30 tomorrow morning for the very first panel session, which I will be handling. So I need some people in the room, all right? And the second part is that we have a delegates group photo. And the ushers will be on standby at the back to lead you to where the group photo will be. But the delegates will leave the VIPs in the room because we have some photos we'll take with our chief guest as you make your way to the stairs, and then the chief guest will join you very shortly. That said, may I request that we all be upstanding for the East African anthem and the Ugandan national anthem. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll invite the other delegates to leave, and I'll request the following categories: our chief guest, of course, and the honorable ministers, the AfWASA president and the board, and of course the executive director, the IWA president and his executive director, your excellencies, the ambassadors, the National Water Board, and our sponsors. Please stay in the room as the other delegates depart. And I'll now invite for the